all attack. Plenty of catches around the bat. It starts off with a wide delivery. Shaheen Shah Afridi looking to take the ball away from the left-hander. Yeah, that's how. Which bends back towards the stumps against the right-handers, and one that moves away from the left-hander. And he just looks to pitch the ball up to the batsman.
See that he goes for that fuller length no matter what format it is. With that new ball, first over he'll aim at your boots, at your toes. Sometimes I feel it just becomes a touch predictable, but yeah, he's surely going to bring in those slips into the game.
That's why he lacks control at the moment with his first 3 deliveries. He should fall into a good rhythm first and then look to bend his back. That's better. Much better.
He's looking to get as close as possible within this set of the stumps, and he's a little too full. He's getting that movement after the ball is past the batter. Lots of crowd there behind the bat. Not that one. Yeah, that's more like it. He's got an edge, but he's of course opens the account for Bangladesh with the couple of runs here.
He should lurk around there, Shaheen Shah Afridi. He has bowled quite wide of the off stump with his first 3 deliveries. That was a better delivery, had the batsman in a spot of bother. Wasn't in control, but Shadman gets off the mark.
Oh, passes through that slip and gully down to the boundary for 4. That's the end of the over. 6 for no loss.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
Bangladesh 6 for no loss. Last ball of the previous over, just taking the outside edge. Shaheen Shah Afridi, well, his partner with the new ball, Naseem Shah. He can derive some inspirational memories from this very venue. As a 16-year-old, went on to become the youngest hat-trick taker in Test cricket. Same opposition. And with him, the seam-up pace. Also bowling with the 3 slips and the gully.
we've seen not too much of a movement on the second day. So that would just give them a time to breathe, both the batters. Remember, only 20 test matches between themselves. 7 test match for Zakir Hassan and 13 for Shadman Islam, the non-striker's end. Well, he announced himself with 100 on debut, Zakir Hassan. That was against India at home. Organized, composed. And he usually opens the batting with the right-hander. Usually it's the right-hand, left-hand combination right at the top of the order for Bangladesh. Mahmudul Hasan Joy missed out because of he suffered a groin injury. Yeah, the first 7 to 10 overs is crucial for both the teams here.
That is what you expect with Naseem Shah. He'll hold the length. He can get some shape on the ball as well. You mentioned, Arthur, there hasn't been that much deviation off the surface. But there will be swing from Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's a natural exponent of swing. For Naseem Shah, he's got repeatable action, excellent wrist position as well. And will bowl with some pace as well. Well, you mentioned the inexperience of the Bangladeshi openers. As much as a steep learning curve as it is, they are up against 2 formidable bowlers with the new ball in Shaheen Shah Afridi and Naseem Shah. It'll be important for them to be compact and disciplined.
Yeah, as an opener, the first thing first, you need to know where your off stump is. A hint of movement, just coming back into the left-hander, but not the right line. Again, down the leg side. And it's important for both the batters, I'm sure, and not a lot of time they would have had leading the break of the innings when they had to go and pad up. One thing's for sure, the coaching staff would have told them, know you where your off stump is, and if you think it's outside the off stump, leave it to the keeper.
Just a hint of shape, naturally angles the ball back into the left-hander. Big shout, everyone from the Pakistan camp goes up. The umpire having nothing to do with it. 2 done and 6 for no loss.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के लोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
He got the ball to swing as he would do naturally. Shaheen Shah Afridi. Just making sure he gets the men behind the bat exactly where he wants them. And persist with 4 men along the keeper.
Shadman Islam coming back into the test team after a while because of the fact that he's had a wonderful season, the first-class season back home. He scored more than 1,000 runs in first-class cricket in the year 2023 with an average of 60 plus, including 2 double hundreds. And gets an opportunity here. And he's got to grab it with both hands. Have a look at that field. That slip scored and
being rewarded, Shadman, for his runs at the first class setup. Also gets an opportunity, like you mentioned, injury to Joy. It's an opportunity he'll want to make good use of. First comes first. First important few overs with the new ball. Really on the attack here, Pakistan.
He's playing a test match after more than 2 years. And he's worked really hard, Shadman Islam, to ensure that he gets an opportunity, gets a call in the squad, and now he's in the 11. That's what everybody dreams about. He's played already, he's played 13 test matches, has gone across 500 runs, has a 100. But what an opportunity for him. If he gets in, if he gets set, runs to be made.
And we kept harping on about the fact that there's live grass on it. You in fact reported earlier before the start of play that there's still a little bit of live grass on it. Having said that, the wicket is still played very nicely for the batters. The ball's come on nicely. There's been a little bit of zip and bounce. And really no demons, which should give the Bangladesh batters some confidence. So far so good from Shadman as well, with the natural angle of Shaheen Shah Afridi taking the ball away from the left-hander. Those are the numbers you talk about, Athar.
He started with an innings of 76 when he made his debut 2018, 19 and 21. That's what he's done, 31 average in 2021. That's all in the past. He has to start all over again.
Excellent. Under the lid from Abdullah Shafiq. Ends a maiden from Shaheen Shah Afridi. Bangladesh 6 for no loss.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
Nicely timed, nice sound off the bat from Zakir. Plenty of fond memories for the young 16-year-old Naseem Shah. Same venue, same opposition, and went on to pick up a hat-trick. The youngest in Test cricket, only 16 back in 2020. One of the wickets, the current Bangladesh captain, Najmul Hussain Shanto. And what a prospect he was for Pakistan. And how he's evolved as a cricketer. Now he's become one of the frontline bowlers for Pakistan, holds key responsibility in that bowling group, and still at a tender age is one of the seniors in that group. That's what their scorecard read. Bangladesh 233, Pakistan 445, and then it was the Naseem Shah show. He picked up 4 in that second innings. He's tried that a couple of times. He's trying his, at the moment, stock delivery, the angle across the left-hander to bring the slip coordinate in. Every now and then, when he's pitched the ball up and have it swing into the left-hander, he just wavered in line slightly. You want that ball to start just outside off stump and come back into middle and off.
Yeah, just 21 years of age and already 51 test wickets to him. Again down the leg side. You're spot on. in terms of where he should be bowling at. Uruj has to ask the batter to play on the offside, because the ball, there is a hint of swing coming back into the left-hander. He's got a decent, more than decent career record in first class cricket also. Naseem Shah, 105 wickets in 32 matches. And will eyeing to pick up early wickets here.
And what you want is, and like we spoke about for the Bangladesh bowlers as well, you want prolonged periods of disciplined bowling, so that when you do bowl that wicket-taking delivery, you get it to land in the area that you want. And the batter is so caught up in, because of the fact that the disciplined bowling, it's been challenging. That's what Naseem Shah will be hoping for, that the in-swinger into the left-hander. Nicely clipped into the leg side. Zakir off the mark as well. Ends the over, 7 for no loss.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के नोट में। जैज, मेरी सुपर पावर।
ये भाग सो जा।
Yeah, there was some definite intent to score quick runs. That's what Pakistan did in that third session. Picked up 88 runs, just over 4.5 runs in over. And then declared 448 with the loss of 6 wickets. Bangladesh openers so far so good. 7 for no loss. And they've done well, they've left well. Look composed out there.
Yeah, that will be the order of the day for the rest of the day. Remember, it says 19.5 overs to be bowled. I'm not sure whether they'll bowl that many overs before umpires decide, okay, that's the close of play. But they'll still have to be good for the next probably 7, maybe 8 overs or so. Zakir Hasan is the first Bangladesh opener to score a test century on debut. That was against India. He reached the feet in the 4th innings in December 2022. And I think it was Chattogram. And it shows that gritty character. Especially you rate the innings, especially in the 4th innings, to go on to try to save a test match, to go and pick up 100. And hats off to him. But he's not been in the kind of form that Bangladesh camp would have hoped for. It has been not an easy ride for him, not an easy sailing. So as an opener, when you get an opportunity, he's faced now 15 deliveries. Forget about the runs that he has scored. It's important to make sure that you get your eye in. And that will make you a little bit more settled. They curb the nerves, the early nerves that every batters have when they go on to bat.
Straight to the fielder. Give him confidence so far in the 16 deliveries now that he's played. He's left well. There haven't been plays and misses. There haven't been close calls on the outside edge. You're absolutely right. You're not worried about the runs at the moment. You're worried about the time you're spending at the crease, getting a measure of the surface, riding out the new ball, and middling everything when it is on your bat. Three slips in the gully, still a wait. Shot through the offside. Just for the one.
Yeah, just staying on Zakir Hassan. 100 to start his test career, but he's also picked up 450s. First class, healthy record, more than 5,000 runs in first class cricket for Zakir Hassan. Average close to 40 with 1500s and 20 scores of 50 or above. Also have a double 100. So he knows what a batter needs to do in the longest format.
That's a rare play and a miss. Brilliant delivery to end the over. Bangladesh 8 for no loss.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के लोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
It's a great line. Previously, when he's bowled that ball with the shape into the left-hander, he strayed in line far leg stump.
Yeah, there is hint of movement, and actually played watching it till the very end. That's a better line from Naseem Shah. Were you surprised, Urut, when you saw Pakistan going ahead with the out of frontline spinner? Nicely played straight to the fielder.
Yeah, I think he's been hard done. Not just this test match. And Shan came out with his reasons for justifying the four-prong pace attack. It's the fourth time in Pakistan history, test cricket, that they've gone with an out-and-out pace attack. Only the second time at home. That's a play and miss from the last ball of the previous delivery between bat and bat. A bit of a nothing shot in the end. Pushing his bat at it, feet really stagnant at the crease. But I just felt that, yes, Shan gave the reasons of the venue favouring pacers and wickets, and we've seen the numbers to suggest so. Horses for courses. We saw the green top as well. But having said that, I really feel that Abrar is someone who can change the game. He's not a big turner of the ball, but he shows great control. He broke onto the scene against a test series against England. 7 wickets in the first innings, grabbed another 4 in the second, bagged 11 wickets in that test match. And he plays a lot of first-class cricket as well.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what this seam attack, the 4 frontline seamers will do in this test match. Well, when this test match started, you know, we had a break because of the rain and some wet outfield patches, needed time. It looked like it's going to be seam-friendly pitch. But having said that, today, it looks different, doesn't it? And if you look at the way Bangladesh spinners got a bit of a grip and turn, one wonders whether that was the correct decision or not. Yeah, slashes and slashes hard over the top of the slip scorer and picks up a boundary.
Yeah, what he's done well there, he's gone hard on the ball. That's not a half-hearted slash, and that's exactly why, with the pace of Naseem Shah, has allowed the ball to travel, and for Zakir's sake, travel over the slip cordon. He's always playing that shot. He's always looking to play that shot. Now come back to Abrar. 22 first-class games, 121 wickets. The point in case right there. And talk about the fast bowlers. Not questioning anyone's ability or skill set. We come back to this after the over. Bangladesh 12 for no loss. Well, the burning topic in Pakistan is when will Abrar Ahmed have a chance at international cricket? The numbers to show for in first-class career. 121 wickets. Athar Ali Khan. And like you say, the wicket, and we all know traditionally, Baz made the point at his pitch report as well. Yes, there is live grasses here. But he's always going to be true to the batters as well. And you need a holding role as well. But I just feel Pakistan could have done with those numbers.
We have a top-class Pakistani leg spinner as the spin bowling coach for Bangladesh, who goes by the name of Mushtaq Ahmed. And when there was a talk about how green the surface is going to be, how much grass the curator will leave on top, he would always had a say that in a 5-day game, you need to have a balance in terms of your bowling attack. Options. Shakib Al Hasan is an automatic choice. You can't leave him out. If he's available, he gets selected. But he also made sure that there was another option in terms of an off-spinner, right arm. Mehdi Hasan Miraj. And I feel that the spinners will play a bigger role even in the second innings. That's where we think from up here that perhaps Pakistan got it wrong.
Here's a difficult one. 5 matches in Pindi. 40 wickets at this venue. Again in a sprint, in a pacer-friendly surface, Abrar Ahmed has 40 wickets to show for in the 5 games in Rawalpindi as well. So you're absolutely right. I mean, unless you have a 4-pace attack which is out and out, the quality of Shaheen Shah, Afridi and Naseem Shah, I just felt Pakistan could have gone with Abrar and the 3 seamers.
Well, they might still prove us wrong by bowling the opposition out cheaply. But the question will remain, was that a good decision?
Absolutely, fair enough. They might still do it, but the point we're trying to make is you want a balanced side. You want to come out with a side where you've got all bases covered. And why I say that is because it's only the 2nd time at home in Test cricket history that Pakistan's gone with an all-pace attack. 4th time in overall Pakistan Test cricket history. And after a very long time, after the likes of Saeed Ajmal and Yasir Shah, Pakistan have a genuine spinner who's got the numbers to show for. Well, what I will say, he's probably got the warmest backside in Pakistan, been warming benches all over the world.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. At the moment, Bangladesh batters are making sure that they don't play a false shot. Extra fielder on the offside. They started with 4 slips in a gully. Now there is an extra fielder. So there are now 3 slips in a gully.
Well, since we're on the subject of talking about newer things, Pakistan has a newer coach and captain combination. How about the newer, stronger Pepsi? No. 13 for no loss.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
So 3-over spell for Naseem Shah. It is now Khurram Shehzad back in the test squad, back in the test 11. Played a game in Australia, then suffered an injury. It was impressive there. Straight away round the wicket. Worked away nicely. Timing is extremely good. He just pushed it to the onside and that has skipped away to the fence.
Will settle the nerves a little bit. Shadman hasn't really got himself going just yet, but that was beautifully timed. Watch this. First ball from Khurram Shehzad, a little bit of a loosener, but he whipped that off his legs really well. Balance was really good there. Played it nice and late under those eyes. He'll get a lot of confidence in that. Of course, Khurram Shehzad coming on, trying to get them a wicket. They've got 4 slips in, tightly bunched together, all waiting for that elusive edge. Naseem Shah perhaps didn't find his line and length quite in the way that we know he can bowl best in terms of those rhythms. So Shehzad is on, and he starts with 2 down the leg side.
Cramps. Is it cramps? Now, under his own admission, sometimes it's real and sometimes it's acting, so I think it is cramps. It has gone a long way. Seamed back in. It's a terrific take, and just as he falls down, he heals his left calf.
Talk about acting. Tell me about, what does he mean by that?
Yeah, he said this in an interview when he was asked about him carrying on. He said, yes, sometimes I do carry on and sometimes it is real and 50% it's acting.
What, to get a water break or
that remains, that's the mission.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
Just starting to tire as the sun goes down on this day. Diarrhea, salts. Sometimes it's a bit late by then.
Tell you what, I would hate to be Sarfraz Ahmed right now. Might well be as Rizwan goes off, Sarfraz will have to come and keep, and he's not had a bat. Rizwan has had a longish bat. And in this heat, it's not the best job you want.
Yeah, this was Saad Shakil. If you're just turning on your screens, he played a magnificent innings earlier on in the day. 141 he got, just timed the ball beautifully. It was an innings of real composure, of measure. He hit the ball with real command, and well, I tell you what, in terms of building an innings, putting on a score, that was the way to do it. 9 4s, no 6s, rotated to strike well. Well played. Early in his career still, 28 years old, but it's coming at a good time. Looks like he's been there for years and years. And Shadman and Zakir, two fellow left-handers, follow in suit for Bangladesh. I think Sarfaraz might be coming on it. It's like rubbing salt in the wound. You miss out and then you have to... It's a team game, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Sarfaraz is a thorough professional. He will obviously put the pads on and trudge out, but yeah, you don't get a bat and then you have to do the hard job.
And then you've got to take a catch as well. Don't drop it, Sarfaraz. You have nothing to gain. He's sleeping. Maybe he's okay. Maybe he can get through the last passage of play here.
I reckon Nazar Mahmood also, he knows, he has a smile on his face, he knows that, yeah, Sarfaraz will have to do the job. Rizwan, well, he looks as if Rizwan's, yeah, he's stood up, he's got his inners on, he's back up on his feet, so it seems as if he's going to carry on.
He's not exactly sprinting out though, is he? Putting him on ice. I think we're going to carry on here. Here comes Sarfaraz, there he is. I'll try and get through this over. Still 4 deliveries left.
Nicely bowled from round the wicket. He's just getting the ball to shape back in. He does get the ball to seam and react off the surface. That's why he's quite dangerous when there's a little bit of help. Now, Rizwan, well, he's trudging back. Sarfaraz with all his gear is ready to take his place.
Nope, I've had enough. Skip. I've done my job for the day. I've got my runs and I just can't carry on anymore. Fair enough, it's been a really hot day. Sarfaraz will get a run out. Looks like he's put that kit together pretty quickly. Shirt slightly untucked. Not an easy job.
Right, change of keeper. Runs it away leg side. You know what Khurram Shahzad is trying to do? He's coming around the wicket. It's a little word with Shan Masood, the umpire, looking at where Khurram Shahzad is running on the pitch. So just a precaution right now, but Khurram Shahzad wants the ball to pitch just outside off and nip back in and attack that front pad with this angle. He also has the ability to just keep one that goes on straight, but the front pad is what he's looking for. Good single.
Yeah, and also that length. I think where he can prevail, Naseem Shah perhaps just bowled a bit too short, didn't quite get his length right or consistent enough, and I think Skipper has decided that he really wants to probe on that front foot, attack the stumps, get them coming forward, and maybe Shahzad is someone who can do that more regularly.
Naseem Shah, his last test match was 13 months ago, so Again, coming back into Test match cricket, getting into that rhythm will take a little bit of time. You know how good he is. It's the angle back in, turned away. 19 without loss.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
Change of sense for Naseem Shah. It has well been a batting day. Now Naseem Shah into his 4th over. Carries on. A little wide outside off. Some good take from Sarfaraz. So he'll feel now that he's in the game. He's still getting his shoes tied, getting his gear ready. And while that happens, is Pakistan's first purpose-built tourist city, Blue World City. A lot of fast bowlers do that just to get their body flowing into the action ball, that short ball. So far, Pakistani seamers, lengths haven't been too bad. They've probed on a length and on that full length, just thought that maybe they're slightly wide outside off stump. A lot of balls being left alone, gone through to the keeper. But otherwise, you'd be pretty happy with the lengths that they've bowled.
Yeah, good running. Important to keep the intent. It'll be an interesting time for these two young openers. 15 minutes left, and it's been a long couple of days on your feet. Suddenly 10 minutes change and you're out there and you're up against the new ball, and it's a nerve-wracking time. You want to stay positive, you want to make sure your movement's sharp, but you want to make sure you're here tomorrow. So you've got to find the balance. And I think the way Naseem Shah is bowling, he hasn't quite found his rhythms. It's quite dangerous in a way because you don't quite know what to expect. Doesn't quite find his line and length, a couple of wide ones, so you've got to really focus at this stage.
Yeah, Nick, opening the innings is the most difficult job in the world.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, that's right.
And try doing it in England as well.
True. Yeah, but it's so important that Bangladesh don't lose the wicket here. They go into stumps having all 10 intact, and then Pakistan will have to think further, because it's not a pitch where you'll roll over sides quickly.
It's a nice line and length there. Yeah, I agree with that. I think sometimes in the subcontinent you can get carried away with run rates, but actually it's about keeping the opposition out there in the middle. You want the Naseem Shahs, Shaheen Shah Afridi coming back for second, third, fourth spells. That's when you can take the game deep and you start to question the fitness, you question a lot of other things. It's this stage where everything's fresh. It is a challenging time because bowlers are at their best, but Bangladesh need to try and play the long game, keep them out there.
Leaves it well alone, 20 without loss.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
Not too bad in the shade, but he's still quite uncomfortable with the humidity. And just as Nick talked about batting time and making sure that the opposition stays in the field for long periods of time. The aspect of that is that this is a very early test match. It's a very early seasonal start for Pakistan for test match cricket. Normally it'd be maybe October, maybe even slightly later. So this first class season, well, the first class cricket starts in October, so this is what, end August that you're playing a test match, so it is difficult. Obviously you've not got sort of players like Naseem Shah. They'll have played one game at best right now to prepare for the test match. Also the weather conditions are such that you're sweating a lot, respiration doesn't stop in this humidity, so you've got to take care of that as well. Good line. Not only about finding your rhythm, but also being able to then know your body and know how many overs you can bowl. Pakistan obviously playing with 4 fast bowlers, but still a day in the field in this heat will take a lot out of you. So for Bangladesh, it's so important that they go into stumps without losing a wicket, without giving Pakistan too much hope of coming back tomorrow and thinking, well, we can roll Bangladesh over quickly.
Yeah, nothing really substitutes time in the legs, overs under the belt. Last test match was in Australia, and that's some time ago. Lots of franchise cricket, shorter form, but it does take time. You can't just come out here. You're going to feel it tomorrow. These bowlers are going to take a lot of energy out of them. Captain's going to have to be wise. He's going to have to be smart in terms of how he works with his bowling attack. He has got 4 quicks, so he has the luxury of being able to rotate them throughout this evening, but more importantly tomorrow. It's going to be a long day, another hot day. As one of the slips comes out, he comes into a sort of catching position, you could probably call it. Shahzad probing away with his round the wicket, trying to keep his line really tight on those stumps, perhaps get Zakir to fall over a straight one. And there we go, that's the length we're talking about. Come on. They've been trying to get it up there. The captain's been asking him, you can see. And if anything, from the pitch map, they've just been a little bit short.
He's been probing away round the wicket. Now, with that sort of length, the batter is always going to play at it. It is darting back in, so that off-stump line, he's challenging the off-stump. That is zipped off the surface, that's probably hit the seam, and that's why you can see the carry Sarfraz really well on a slowish pitch. He had to dive away with the ball skidding off the surface. And again, he's found a spot where Zakir is pretty unsure.
Well, it's that length we've been talking about since the test match started yesterday, and not many bowlers have been able to consistently get it up there. No opening batsman likes to be pulled forward like that on the front foot. It's danger territory. Well done to Sarfraz, the ball before. He's spent the whole day in the changing room. He's come out of there and yeah, he took that one well. Had to wake up quickly. Something happening here. Short mid-wicket in. Last ball, the 10th. And it's well played. He'll give her the single for that. That'll end the 10th over. It's 21 without loss.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के लोड में। जैज, मेरी सुपर पावर।
Only one without loss. About 8 minutes to go, so I'm guessing maybe a couple of overs now to contend with. Shadman and Zakir. Round the wicket, Naseem Shah to Zakir. Short ball pulled away nicely. Just be the single.
That's well played. Got inside the line nicely, didn't try and overhit it. Naseem Shah coming around the wicket, I think. Yep, coming around the wicket again, so trying a different angle. Captain would really like him to get it right here. Get those lengths right, like his compatriot Shahzad did in the last over. That length, that full length, get them driving through that extra cover region.
Oh, just snips away. These last couple of overs, there have been a few plain misses. It's just a little nervy time for the Bangladeshi openers. That one just seamed away from Shadman.
Yeah, it was a nice ball. Got the ability to, yeah, it's quite prodigious seam movement there, and the reaction from the batter says it all. He's thinking, come on, come on, got 10 balls left, or whatever it is, I've got to get through here. That's the thinking. Stay tight.
Yeah, that's better. Just letting it go. It's a countdown, isn't it? Counting down the deliveries. But you can almost feel the tension right now. The last over was a probing one. This time it's Naseem Shah from round the wicket, and you just feel that there's a bit of nervousness.
Yeah, it's such a fine balance. It's, come on, you're counting down, but you're thinking, nope, don't get too defensive. Still be sharp. With this angle, he can almost cover that off stump. It'd be difficult for Naseem Shah to bring in the LBW, so...
Oh, he's left that. He's come back in. Naseem Shah thinks it was extremely close. It was quite full. I just feel that round the wicket Pakistani bowlers are just finding their groove. That one swung back in, and well, in the end it's a good leave. Need courage to leave those.
But it's the length that's encouraging. The last couple of overs, they've just forced themselves up a little bit more. There's been a lot of talk around the bat. You can see the captain's been talking to him, saying, come on, pitch it up, get him driving. Yeah, again, you can just see Naseem Shah's trying to get the ball up there. I think Shadman is doing quite well at the moment. I think it's about angles, particularly when the bowler comes around the wicket, making sure you cover your off stump so that you're not playing towards extra cover. You want to be playing as straight as you can back towards the bowler. The bowler comes a little bit straight and you can pick him off, and it is about angles, particularly with that new ball. These two will know that. So one left in this over and probably one to come. Man on the catch just in front of square at square leg. And I think fine leg just coming up, so could it be the double bluff?
Played away to mid-on. 22 without loss.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के लोड में। जैज, मेरी सुपर पावर।
Just the 2 wickets to fall. Coming to the last over of the day's play. It's been all batting. Pakistan doing extremely well. A lot of help for the fastmen. The last couple of overs, it's been probing Khurramshahzad from round the wicket, especially troubling Zakir. So he has the opportunity now with the last 6 deliveries to try and dislodge one of the openers. And I think round the wicket angle right now is working nicely, especially against Zakir. Slightly wide, gets it through.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. They've just left that point region open. There's no gully, no point. So very clear indication from the captain that if the left-hander of Zakir or Shadman want to try and push one in that region, well, they can do so, but do so at your own risk. You've got 2 catches and a third, maybe 4th slip there. So very clear tactics there. They got a man on the catch on the leg side for the one he might fall over.
That's the length. Zakir doing well so far. 4 more deliveries. And there's been a lot of cricket played, but just coming to the end of the 2nd day. Just 2 days played, so we've got plenty of cricket remaining. Tomorrow we start at the normal time, 10 a.m. Be sure to join us then. Right now, don't take your eyes off these final 4 deliveries.
Somebody moving behind the side screen. It's been pretty good today. The bowler's a bit frustrated. He's got to run in again. You don't blame him on a hot summer's evening. The sun might be going down, but it's still humid. It's still hot out there. Everyone's trying as hard as they can. Haven't got confirmation yet, but might be a fan. Yeah, one thing I'd say, Buzzard, is your nighttime meal always tastes better if you're not out. I'm just praying that you're there tonight, you can go back, have a massage, have a nice meal and settle in tomorrow. Well done, well done. Good disciplines. Azad just dangling these little carrots. No point there, saying, come on, have a drive.
Yeah, just this over, slightly wider this over. Last over we spot on. 3 deliveries remaining. Zakir will be just geeing himself on now. A little bit of discussion, a little bit of gameplay. Non having a word, change in field maybe. Yes. Leg gully now in place. Probably just for a little bit of encouragement for Khurramshahzad to maybe attack the stumps a little bit more. Or is he going to bowl that short ball? That'll trickle away to the fence. It is leg bias. Just missing his line slightly this time around, Khurramshahzad.
Yeah, not sure if that was a deliberate ploy. Perhaps it was. Leg gully goes in, trying something a bit different. See if the batsman can play with slightly harder hands and fend that one to the man waiting there. It's a slight lottery. Or do you play the double bluff and make the batsman think you're going to go short and you're going to try and get one off his glove and then go full? It's well watched, well played. Collect a single into point there.
Yeah, very well done. He gets to the other end. Over to you, Shadman. I'm done for the day. Probably take his gloves off now. Just 1 delivery remaining. I would be happy that he's been able to get off strike. Now, last delivery of the day's play. There's been a lot of perspiration, but added perspiration now with the last delivery, the nervousness. Khurramshahzad round the wicket. He's getting the ball to shape back in. Oh, or left alone comfortably. Bangladesh do a job. The openers do a job. They survive the 12 overs that Pakistan have bowled at them. They go into stumps, 27 without loss. Shan Masood will be happy with the day's play. The batting unit led by Shahid Shakil and Rizwan made sure that it has been Pakistan's day. Khurram Shahzad with a couple of good overs, but Bangladesh will be pretty satisfied with the way that the openers have been able to negate everything that's thrown at them. Pakistan though will have high hopes tomorrow.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए के लोड में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
317 runs for the loss of 2 wickets, so runs are plenty. It's been a hot day, it's been up and down at times and really been dominated by 2 players. And there they are, being clapped off, and so they should be. Shahid Shakil and Mohammad Rizwan, well, he went off about 20 minutes ago with a bit of cramp, so no doubt there'll be lots to talk about this evening. Plenty of plaudits going around, but he played very, very well. It's been a fantastic day of cricket, and that's Bangladesh. Well, they had a couple of overs, a few overs, 12 of them to negate this evening. A couple of tricky moments there at times, play and miss, but Shadman and Zakir, they survived the day and they'll be back tomorrow. Bit of rest, and that was the Pakistan bowlers.
4 overs for Shaheen, 5 for Naseem, and Khurram Shahzad probably the best of the lot. He bowled 3. 12 overs for Pakistan, and after having got 448, they decided to declare courtesy 171 not out Rizwan, 141 Shahid Shakil. Bangladesh then had to spend 12 tricky overs out there in the middle. They are 27 without loss. At the end of day 2, they trailed by 421 runs. All right, we'll be back here tomorrow. Coverage will start at 9:50 AM for the Bank Alphala presents Blue World City Test Series. Till then, it's a goodbye from here.